Hello everyone, Risky Toothpick here, back again with some more Agatha Christie's Hercule Poirot, The London Case, and today we're going to do Chapter 5, The Scheme, where we need to talk to Christensen about his relationship with Court Smith, or Smythe. So let's see if we can find him. In fact, the real question is, where is everybody? We can't go up. I guess maybe in the West Wing? Oh, everyone's in here.
Mademoiselle, do you have a moment to spare?
Of course, Detective. I'm hoping you have some good news for me.
Prepare yourself for some distressing news.
Goodness. You've found the painting, haven't you?
A painting was recovered. A forgery, but it was damaged by the fire.
What on earth are you talking about? Forgery? Fire?
It ran rampant through Mademoiselle Court Smythe's apartment.
She's dead. She would never be so. But with all of those flammable paints and... No!
Mademoiselle Warbeck appears quite distraught at the news. Perhaps I should have considered the nature in which it was delivered.
Or maybe she has a relationship with this girl, and she was involved. How close were you to Court Smythe?
I respected her as an artist and a friend.
I do not wish to push Mademoiselle Warbeck too far while in such a state. But as a friend, I must know if she was aware of Mademoiselle Court Smythe's plan.
Perhaps, as a friend, she let slip of her plans.
Her plan for what? Stealing the painting? Making a forgery? Do you really think I'd let her do that?
She must have had help from someone she trusted.
If she did, it wasn't me she confided in.
Did you see Mademoiselle Court Smythe following the gala?
I've been here trying to calm down the trustees.
You did not leave the museum?
I was here until the early hours. After the meeting, I wrote a letter to my father. I wanted his advice on what to do. It's just all so... Excuse me, gentlemen. I must go and make a phone call to an artist. I shan't be long.
Weird.
Merci, mademoiselle. That is all for now.
Okay, but we got some information. Working late, protective of job, hiding marital issues. Yep. Well, let's keep on moving. Is anybody else in here? Oh, some things have been moved around, it looks like. Nope, I think we can try to get out of here. So back in the main hall. Now, is this the West Wing? Nope, that's to the restoration room. Can we go up? The answer is no. So are we, even though it like spawned us into the museum, are we to leave the museum? I think so.
Monsieur Hastings, your assistance is required.
Of course. What do you need? What can I do for you?
Merci, Monsieur Hastings. You have been a valuable asset once again.
That was a lot more than what was said. Let's fast travel here. Yep, so we gotta go to everyone. So first things first, let's go to the street. Let's see who's out here. There's a couple more people kind of hanging about, loitering. Ooh, they left. Well, let's go to Betty's dressing room. Let's see if she's here. Okay, everything's been kind of cleaned up here. Looks like she's calmed down.
Bonjour, madame. Do you have a moment to... Has something happened?
You bet something's happened! That slime bag! How dare he say my performance was mediocre!
I'm sure he didn't mean...
That's it! I give up. I'm done with this acting. With this city.
Oh man, she's been on edge. Oh, she's gonna get like super upset here.
Take a deep breath. One man's opinion, and a wrong one at that, is not powerful enough to topple a career like yours.
We already know she has a problem with her anger.
You're right. Let him think what he wants. I'm sorry. I'm an actress. It's my prerogative to be a little overdramatic.
She gets a little bit more than just little.
Very impressive, Monsieur Hastings. A position in negotiations would suit you well.
Is there something I can help you both with?
Where were you following the gala last night?
You do know what I do, don't you? I was on stage, performing in front of a packed house.
I did not mean to.
Zach, he was there. You two seemed pretty friendly. He'll tell you. So will that Russian lady from the gala. She was with him.
Interesting.
Monsieur Demir and Mademoiselle Babagne. Together. Très bien.
Oh, maybe there's more here than what meets the eye. Was your husband also present?
Oh, he's already seen it. I told him he didn't have to come.
A supportive husband indeed.
Yeah, real supportive.
Where is your husband now? Because he's the one we're really looking for.
Your guess is as good as mine.
It is most important that I speak with him.
Then you've got a missing painting and a missing husband on your hands because I haven't seen him.
So he's either running or he might be dead. I'm afraid I'm the bearer of some unfortunate news.
Look, I don't think I can take much more today.
Mademoiselle Court Smythe was found murdered last night.
Okay.
I thought perhaps the news would be a little more jarring.
Well, we knew she didn't like her. Like, she wanted to rip out the girl's tongue, pretty much.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I don't really want to hear about anyone dying, but me and her... Well, there's no love lost.
Madame Allen's nonchalant response has certainly caught me off guard.
Yeah, maybe there's more between that girl and her husband.
You have been most helpful.
Alrighty, so let's go here. Still no connections, but more information. Watching Betty's performance on stage and also watching the performance. And probably shouldn't be anything in here because we just need to talk to the suspect. So let's leave. Or never mind, we won't leave. Not yet. I can see a torn up letter that looks interesting, but I can't go rifling around in here while Madame Allen is still present. Also, we need to do something here.
What do you need?
I require your assistance.
That sounds rather ominous.
I would not ask you to do something I would not consider doing myself. Only on this occasion it is I that must execute the other part of the plan.
What do you need me to do?
Madame Hélène, you must hold her attention while I take the opportunity to look around.
That's right, we gotta find the clues.
I certainly can. I'll appeal to her love of attention. Mrs. Allen, that photograph there, is that really you on a live film set?
Oh, he's working it. Alright, let's get around him. Uh-oh, I'm kind of stuck here. This is not good. Alright, let's go right behind her back, literally. A torn and discarded apology letter from one Johan Christensen, and with a stroke of luck, part of an address. Perhaps we are one step closer to identifying his hiding place. So he is in fact hiding. Now we can actually leave. Let's see if there's anything else. Top of the flop. With a name like Betty Allen at the top of the bill, one would expect a certain level of professional stage experience to steer even the dullest of shows, but on this occasion, it was left treading water and floundering in a sea of amateur dramatics. The final curtain fall, along with its star from the other side of the pond, was greeted by a standing ovation, accepted with tears of gratitude, a bouquet-filled arm, and a wave that suggested she had given the performance of her life. And if her performance was that of an actress found on the streets of the East End, she deserved every applaud. Mediocre, a term usually used derogatively of someone's performance, but in Betty Allen's case, it is the best one can muster. Without the imaginable, back-breaking support of the sublime accompanying orchestra, the entire show would have fallen under the weight of Miss Allen's increasing ego and misplaced high notes. Oh, she did poorly. A newspaper with the headline MP crosses floor. Looks like an interview with our very own Monsieur Aylesworth. Halley's Comet continues to amaze scientists in the world. I'm glad I was able to see it in my lifetime. Well, we'll just start from the top. Halley slays the king. To many, Halley's Comet came and went like a bright trail of glitter across the sky. A moment of beauty above the layer of gray cloud that hangs over the nation's capital. To others, it brought down a beloved and powerful monarch. Alright, the news of the fire and Mademoiselle Court Smythe's death has yet to reach the rest of London. Mr. A. Thompson, local butcher to those of Lambeth, beloved father and husband. David Golding, Royal London Fusiliers, fell to Pertusis, surrounded by his children, Henry and Elisa, and wife Eleanor. I knew it would not take long for the news of that theft to make the headlines. The misplaced Magdalene. The newly christened Royal Edward Gallery was set to return to the height of its glory days, with its wavering reputation for bland and outdated exhibits being a regular occurrence. The arrival of a collection from the Dubois estate in Boulogne, Belgium, including the highly anticipated pendant Magdalene, recently purchased by the Honorable Mortimer Aylesworth of the Conservative Party, was to be the revival that was so badly needed. Instead, while I stood patiently waiting for its grand reveal, an expectant gasp of it was the shock of an empty frame that stole the limelight. The pendant Magdalene survived the Brabant Revolution, the Belgian Revolution, remaining steadfast on the walls of Chateau de Dubois for well over 150 years, and yet in only a matter of weeks on English shores and days within our illustrious city, she was kidnapped. Detective Inspector Hardwick of Scotland Yard's swift arrival showed the urgency of not only the Metropolitan Police Force, but also the museum's curator, Miss Evelyn Lakshmi Warbeck, to find and return the precise piece back to its new, if not short-lived, home. Alrighty, and the last one. Monsieur Demure was right. He is making quite a stir on the political scene. January's election result of a hung parliament was not the way the decade was expected to start, and it paved the way for some that reside in the House of Lords to question exactly where they stood on the important policies, and for some, more importantly, how that would affect their support. One such MP that has spent the last months considering his position and further career is the Right Honourable Mortimer Aylesworth, hailing from Surrey, where his loyal constituency sees his moral code and ethics as a continuation of his father's sterling work. While it looks as though his popularity would only continue to grow through the Conservative and Liberal Unionists, his most recent speech in the House, where fellow party members watched on as he questioned the integrity of his party before making the bold and often considered career suicide move of crossing the floor. Speaking with him following the House sitting, he told me, "I couldn't sit back any longer and allow those in desperate need in our towns and cities to be forgotten. We have the great privilege of serving the children and citizens, and we just aren't doing enough. And I had to make a change." Interesting. So we read all those. Oh, the safe is gone. Like, how did she move that safe? Like, that was like big safe. I think we're done here. All right, just stop moving. Just chill out.
What do you need? What?
Yeah.
Merci.
All right, so we're done here. So let's get out of here. The theater street. We done what we needed to do. There's nothing really going on over there. The pigeons are just chilling, eating whatever they can find on the floor. And now with this completed, let's go to Mortimer's office, because we heard a lot about him recently.
Monsieur Aylesworth.
Ah, a detective that actually seems to be doing something to find my painting. What can I do for you?
How are you recovering after your ordeal?
Quite well, thank you.
The infirmary discharged you already?
With a clean bill of health. I didn't want to wait around using up valuable resources.
That's weird. You had a heart attack, but you got a clean bill of health?
An honorable gesture.
After leaving the hospital?
I was straight off to the House of Commons. I take it you haven't read today's newspaper?
In fact, I have.
I'm afraid I have had more pressing matters.
It certainly makes for an interesting read.
I was not aware reporters were permitted inside the house.
They aren't. I left and went to the London Illustrated News office. I gave my statement there. I can't for the life of me remember the chap's name. Rather pleasant, though.
All right, that's good to know.
Anyway, you're a busy man. I'd hate to take up too much of your time.
It does not take a great detective to pick up on Monsieur Aylesworth's ever so subtle hint.
And then the painting.
Is this about the insurance claim? It was merely a necessary precaution. I'm sure with you on the case, it won't be long before it's returned.
Oh, and he did the insurance.
I do not doubt my abilities to return the painting, but I question why he felt it necessary to talk of sensitive details regarding the investigation to a national news outlet. It would not surprise me to learn of him using his loss for cynical gain.
I assume you saw the article in the paper?
Oui, monsieur. A fantastic opportunity for you to express your political opinions.
Oh, the people must know what I stand for. I'm here for them.
Never trust a politician. And then your interview at the London Illustrated office.
Well, detective, this is a surprise.
A surprise, monsieur?
I wasn't expecting to be on the receiving end of an interrogation. I had nothing to do with the fire or her death.
And now he's getting all aggressive.
You are aware of Mademoiselle Court-Smythe's demise?
There isn't much in this city I don't know about. And for your little notepad, or wherever you're storing the facts, that report, Farquhar, she was in the office and can confirm I was there.
It appears that Monsieur Aylesworth is more preoccupied with proving his innocence than showing any compassion for Mademoiselle Court-Smythe herself.
All right, so we got all the
I will
information.
not take up any more of your time.
Okay, so he's pretty much done. Let's go to the bishop. You know he's gonna be a pain.
Batholomew! Here, puss, 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 puss.
That's a weird thing to walk into.
Where are you? Batholomew! Enough now! Out you come! I'm sorry, I just don't have time to talk now. I have to find Batholomew.
Have you placed a missing persons report?
Really, detective? Bartholomew is the church cat. I think a missing persons report might be a little overboard.
Hey, you gotta save all the cats now. And dogs.
I am sure with our assistance we shall find him in half the time. And then, perhaps you will have time to answer my questions.
Fine. All that matters now is that we find him.
When did you last see the feline in question?
His name is Bartholomew, and I'd appreciate it if you spoke of him as such.
Man, he's got a really close connection with this cat.
Pardon. When did you last see Bartholomew?
Better. Well, you see, the poor creature took an interest in my easel. He leapt up, knocking over some of my supplies, and gave himself a fright. He bolted out of sight, and I've not seen him since.
Alrighty.
Merci, Your Grace.
Let's help him find his cat. Oh, a whole new mind map. I must say, this reminds me of my duties back in rural Belgium as an officer, but it is important I find the missing cat so that Bishop Mountjoy will answer my questions. The cat frightened itself when it knocked items off the easel. Alrighty. Little remains of the candle. It must have burnt for some time. Okay, let's get that taken care of. Church evidence. Shard of glass near the altar. A small shard of glass yet to be swept up. It's kind of weird though. Like, why is there glass on the floor? Being interviewed. Oh, there's... Oh, for a minute I was like, is that wax? But no. Or blood, but no, it's wax. This candle was put out some time ago. Is there any... What else can we look at here? Huh. There we go. Noticeable dent on the candelabrum. Logical thinking shall always prevail. Let's look at this wax. Some candle wax has hardened on the floor. Let's go over here. Ooh, there is a thing. Noticeable dent.
What a revelation.
With some wax. The candle was knocked over, spilling the wax and denting the wax pan. Candle near steps was knocked over. Okay, I don't think there's anything there. Let's look at his easel. It would not be right to take this while Bishop Mountjoy is within eyeshot. It would not be right to take this. Okay. Paint supplies and charcoal. Why would you take it? What would the Lord say about this mess? One step closer to revealing the truth. Yeah, for being so religious, he's really making a big mess out of the church. Let's just keep on moving here. It's like a book on the floor. Why is that allowed? We could leave, but there's really no reason to. Actually, let's spin this way. Well, really no reason for us to get anything there. Dustpan and brush. Swept up debris in the dustpan looks to be a shard of glass. Bishop Mountjoy must have cleaned up following the cat incident. Let's talk to Hastings here.
What do you need? What?
I believe I know where Batholomew the cat began running from. The altar, right? Or the... Well...
That would never have even occurred to me. I've got a lot to learn.
Because there's some glass over there. How do we know the cat started on the altar?
What can I do for you?
Merci, monsieur.
Okay, so there's stuff over here we're still missing. I saw it. It's kind of weird. Nope, wrong one. Let's turn. There we go. The Bible is open to the Compline, the night prayer. It seems that the bishop was here last night. Okay, is there anything else here that we can look at? Not really. Let's talk to Horace.
Oh, I didn't think I could make it any clearer. Our priority is to find Bartholomew. Yes, Thomas, one of my parishioners, would usually have sorted that for me. But he decided this weekend of all weekends was the best time to holiday to Margate.
And that's why he had to pick up the glass, which, you know, he slacked off. He half-assed, so he still left glass on the floor.
Where did you say the glass was broken?
The easel. I was painting, and Bartholomew was obviously in a boisterous mood and knocked over the water jar.
Why this guy's line is kind of weird.
Merci, Your Grace.
Or maybe he just doesn't know where he started. It's kind of weird. Alrighty. Horace sweeps up broken glass remains from underneath easel.
Another success. I never doubted myself.
I cannot imagine how the glass could have spread this far. Shard found away from where the glass smashed, bookmarked that Compline prayer.
I must take a different approach.
Not that one, but it should be this one.
This will not get me any closer.
It wouldn't be these two.
Come now.
Yeah. Oh, it's this one with the parishioner footprints and dust under easel.
Things are beginning to become clear.
I would have missed that one for a while. I cannot fathom why he would lie about something so trivial. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Horace lied about where this glass smashed.
The pieces of the puzzle are finally coming together.
The evidence suggests the glass was broken at the altar.
I must act on. The evidence suggests.
No.
What a revelation.
There we go. The cat may have ran in the direction of the confessional. So he might be in the booth. Let's talk to Hastings again.
What do you need? What can I...
Alright, let's see what we can do here. So, how do we know the cat started at the altar? Glass smash at altar. And wax.
I question whether the bishop's version of events is accurate.
Alrighty.
Perhaps he threw the glass jar at Bartholomew because he was on the altar.
Damn, he's abusive.
I know that's how it looks, but I can't imagine someone being so cruel.
Would not be surprised with this
What
guy.
tells us where the cat ran to next?
The confessional. No? Oh, from there. So he ran from there. And then he ran to the candle.
Poirot, you are a genius.
And then from... How do we know the cat ran to the candle after being at the altar? The candle was knocked over.
How can we know where the cat ran to next?
And then from there, he went to the easel. Oh. Then he went to the confessional.
Poirot, you are a genius.
And I guess we're done there. So let's go over here to the confessional. Let's see if we can find the cat. Oh, there's the cat. A hole big enough for a small creature to creep through. I wonder if there's a way to lure him out. If one had a lot to confess, they would be leaving with a clean soul by an aching behind. The answer was staring me in the face. Yep. But we need an item. Let's see here. So let's talk to them. Maybe they can give us something to draw them out.
What do you need? What can I...
Merci.
Nothing there. Let's see if Horace has anything.
I didn't.
Nope.
Merci.
So what would draw that cat out? Yeah, nothing here. Let's try to interact with it one more time. Is there anything kind of hidden in these that would help us out? Doesn't really look like it. We'll go this way just to see. Don't think there'd be anything in the dustpan. Yeah, there's just like glass in there. We don't want nothing to do with that. Oh, come on. Let's leave that. Yeah, we're just not finding anything. The only thing I can think of, if we can't do this, we're missing something. We're like missing a room, we're missing like a door. Something. Maybe it's nearby the confessional booth. Maybe there's something there. If not, we just need to go somewhere else and trick him. I don't think the wax would draw him out. A hole big enough for a small creature to creep through. I wonder if there's a way to lure him out. Alrighty, well. So we probably have to leave and find something else. That or we're just missing something. It's like obvious, but we already passed the 30-minute mark, so we're going to stop there today. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Next time, we're actually going to leave here and come back. Maybe we'll grab an item that can be used, so who knows. But I hope y'all enjoyed, and I'll see y'all next time.